Good morning, YTPC. Marcus here, Pipe Beards and Guns, coming to you from this rainy and cold midsummer morning in Sweden. So, midsummer for Swedes are a time of a lot of drinks and food, yeah, and games, and get together with family and friends. So, it's usually always rainy and cold, colder than normal. Pretty much never get a sunny and really nice midsummer, but well, you get what you get. I promised you a little flake review, and so I will not disappoint you. Today we will go through the Gawith Brown Sugar Flake, which is put together with Samuel Gawith and the Danish Pipe Shop. It's a Virginia-based flake with Cavendish, Oriental and Burley. I was supposed to do this review yesterday, but I was too eager, so I didn't let the flake dry out. It was quite wet, and the smoke was it was hard to keep it lit, so I told myself that okay, I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll rub a flake out and let it dry for a minute. Oops, sorry, accident. And so I did, and here we are. So let's start with the tin now. I've already taken the flakes out, put them in a mason jar. It's a very grassy note. It's a really hay smell to it. It reminds me somewhat of the McBaron Navy flake. It's sweet, a little fruity. We have Orientals and Burley and Cavendish, of course, in this as well. The flake themselves are quite dark, but I would say grassiness comes first, some background sweetness. You can smell the Burley and the Cavendish and the Orientals. It like breaks off that sweet and grassy note. Anyways, I will fill up a bowl in this Basti GL 202, which is an old estate pipe I found in my parents' house. It was smoked to a condition that it had a cake that was so thick it was almost, it was a pea-size hole in the bowl. So this has been on the shelf for a long time. I cleaned it out way back, but I dedicated this to some Virginia flakes now, and Virginia blends. So I'll be back in a little bit when I lit up the bowl. So let's start this one up. Getting that char light up and running. I did have a rubbed out flake yesterday evening as well, and it was way better than the first try out when I just folded and stuffed it. But I guess it's just due to the moist content. So what I can say is that if you just smoked like a pure Virginia flake, this is a bit more grown up. You need to get the bowl going, get the embers going and have an even burn. It will burn evenly once you got it up and running. I managed to do that yesterday evening. And smoking this one slowly really got the flavors and all the different components, you know, showing. You know, in the beginning when I just puffed on it, it was not that pleasant, but it does give a really nice sweetness to it. You have that Orientals and the barley giving it a little bit more body and a little bit more kick. But definitely the Virginias and the sweetness of it steps forward. On the retrohale, you will have some tingling in the nose. Not too much, but a little bit. I will get further down in this bowl and come back to you. I'm back, been sitting puffing on this for 10 minutes now. And when you can manage to slow it down and keep it not sucking on it too much, the flavors really come forward. You get that sweetness from the Virginias. And it's something more there. It's a bit of a fruity taste to it, or a fruity note. I also get the Orientals and the barley. It's something in between a pure Virginia flake or a pure Virginia blend and like a vapor. You do get the kick from the Orientals, and some like on the retrohale you can feel it in your nose. And it gives you that extra notch, that extra. So it's a nice blend, maybe not my favorite, but I really enjoy this tobacco. Maybe not buying more tins of it, but then again I'm more into the English blends. And I will be coming to you with a little review of the Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Special Reserve later this weekend. Maybe also a capstan review. Who knows? But for those of you that love a flake with a big Virginia base with a lot of sweetness but some extra kick to it, this is the way to go. The brown sugar flake it's good. But you need to take your time. It gets better further down I come in the bowl. You know, the first when you slide it up, it's not that pleasant. But when it evens out and you get a good ember going and a slow smoke, then it's really pleasant. I guess that's it for today, folks, and have a nice Friday. I'll try to have a nice midsummer. Even if it's raining, I will be barbecuing, drinking beer, chatting with friends and neighbors. So have a good one. Over and out.